Hello, I'm Bob Harris. In the past, texturing and stamping stair risers and treads has always proven to be a challenge. With modern day advances, there are companies now that actually produce what's called step liners, or sometimes referred to as form liners. It really gives the craftsman the ability now to create some very nice textures on the faces of the stair risers. Now, traditionally, what we used to do before the evolution of this type of a product is we would literally strip the face of the stair riser and use a seamless texture skin and try to create texture. Now it's a real simple process. You simply attach these step liners or step forms right to the timber as you see here. It's pretty cool because it comes in a variety of different sizes. Here is 6 inches wide, so it really retrofits nicely onto a standard 2x6. A couple ways that you can attach it. You can actually use finish nails, or I like to use what's called a brad nail gun. It's real quick. You just shoot brad nails in and you're ready to go. Also, comes down into a 4-inch for using a traditional 2x4, and you bet you can even use these little guys, a 2-inch, that are great for countertops. So this is really nice to use for this type of an application. When it comes to coloring, I'm a big fan of using an integral color for coloring, knowing that the whole body of the concrete is in fact colored, so that when we strip this off, the whole stair riser and the treads have an integral color. You can come back after the fact and you can use stains as an accent, whether it's an acid stain or a water-based stain. So there's plenty of versatility when using these step liners. Let's show you how they work. It's literally that quick and simple. Now we're going to have a beautiful architectural finish when these stair risers are stripped. One other consideration to take into account, it's not a bad idea to 45-degree the front edge of this 2x6, so that when we're floating the stair treads, we can get our hand floats and our trowels right up tight. Now, I will have to strip this off during the pour, where the bottom stair riser can be left until the next day. There's no reason to strip this off. However, we need to strip this top one off simply because we need to finish up underneath this and texture, so we don't see that little bit of a gap left behind underneath the form. We've poured our stair risers and treads using the step liners, the step forms, and now what's really crucial is that you come back and you actually vibrate the edges of this. What you don't want is that when you remove this, you don't want to see a lot of honeycombs and voids. So the goal is to bring the cement paste, or the fines as we refer to it as, right to the surface. So there are a couple of ways, a lot of small little baby taps, and if you look what happens here, you can see it really brings the paste to the surface. So this is really ultra critical to make sure that we reduce or minimize the chance for bug holes or honeycombs. So you notice the paste that's coming here. Now, another good way that we'll do this is we'll use just a palm sander. We use this a lot on concrete countertops to really vibrate, but I want you to watch what happens to the edge of this when we use something like this. So regardless, if you use a palm sander or tap it, don't skip this very important step, because this is really the key to getting a nice textured edge when the forms are removed. Back over here on our step liner, I like to go ahead and remove this. Again, what we need to do is we need to float underneath the stair riser. Because of the width of this, there's going to be a little indentation or a void. Now on our bottom stair riser, there's really no need to strip it because this is going to either receive landscaping or your sidewalk. But over here, what we like to try to do is break the bond. You don't want to just pull it real quick, because you could actually pull a chunk off. So what we do is just kind of slowly go through, pull back gently, and then break the bond. And then we're going to come back over here and go ahead and remove it. and we've got that beautiful stone-like rock edge that looks really, really nice. And we did a decent job of vibrating it. We have just a few minor little voids here, okay, but nothing that's unacceptable. But here's the area that I'm talking about. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a hand float. So what we can do is get in here and address this right here. And from here you could either leave it slicked out, or you could actually texture it too to make it look like rock. So now that we've floated out our little depressed area from the step liner, I like to use a little duckbill trowel, come in here and really finish this area off nice.